This is for entertainment purposes only, fam. Because that's what we're told to say, y'all.
Yeah.
Unapproachable social network. Yeah. Unapproachable social network. Yeah. Network. Say yeah. The unapproachable social network. Unapproachable. 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 Unapproachable.
Level up my witches!
Y'all already know it's your Dominican witch princess, Bianca.
And that half-Korean sorceress, Symone. And this is
Magick versus Magick.
Okay, my witches. Let's jump right into this shit here, kid, because there's plenty to go over.
Ooh, word? It's like that, huh? That's what's up. Today's podcast ain't no joke, son.
We about to conversate on this here thing that we all see with our own two eyes every freaking day, yo.
Word up, fam. This here mirror situation we got us right here.
That's right, Bianca. An object so common, we don't even think twice about it when we're standing in front of it.
But I want all my witches out there to forget the simple bathroom mirror for a quick sec. Because for most of history, this object was actually seen as a powerful piece of tech, yo.
Exactly, girl. A high-stakes artifact literally humming with spiritual energy. You heard?
So I have to ask y'all, when you look into a mirror, what do you really see? Like, are you looking at you or looking at someone else? Something else. Or like, maybe you're the one looking back because you're the one trapped in the mirror world. You know what I'm saying?
That was profound and deep, Bianca. Come get your tickets to Vegas.
You stupid, Symone.
But I'm saying though, for thousands of years, all across the globe, the answer to the question, what does one see, was a lot more freaking complicated than just, well, your own face and shit.
Word. That very reflection was seen as a weak point in reality. A weak point in space and time, son. Dimensions, timelines, and different lifetimes and shit, kid.
Word. I'm like, yo, son, pulling up on the bathroom mirror like, let me get a two-piece, a large Bloody Mary, and a medium Candyman, yo.
Would you like a dessert from the Akashic Records menu or the Emerald Tablet?
Nah, yo, but seriously though, the mirror was looked at as a shimmering veil between our world and another. Aw, isn't that cool, yo?
Shit. Cool like a dead body after the first 48 hours.
Ew,
And y'all can take that
Bianca.
one however y'all want it, you heard?
That's nasty. But yeah, the mirror could be a gateway, like a direct portal to other realms and shit, girl.
Let's not forget to mention a place where you could contact spirits, watch them, or maybe even pull them through to our side.
True. Then again, it could also be a weapon, an active tool one could use to expose the absolute truth, to make your spells more powerful, or even to bounce a curse right the hell back where it came from.
Word! Right the hell back to whoever sent that summon a bitch.
And finally, and this is maybe the most chilling one, it could be a prison, a spiritual trap designed to capture a piece of your soul, or to ensnare the lost spirits of the dead.
That sort of reminds me of like General Zod in that one Superman movie, where the general and those other two with him got imprisoned in that two-dimensional glass mirror shit. I don't know, y'all. I be watching movies and shit, you heard? But so, yeah, that everyday object hanging on your wall has a history that is anything but simple.
To really get the why, you have to kind of adjust your thinking cap, buddy.
For almost all of human history, yo, a perfectly clear mirror wasn't something you just picked up at the store, son.
It was an elite, crazy expensive, and frankly, a deeply weird object back in the days, B.
I'm telling y'all, just the fact that the mirror could perfectly copy reality was so freaking strange and unnatural to humanity at the time that it made the mirror the perfect canvas for magic.
An unnatural object for an unnatural deed. And please, believe me, baby. This is not a new freaking idea. Humanity was taught this, yo. Magic with the K was handed down, son. Another life, another world, and somehow the Gnosis survived the time.
You can see the history stretching way back. We see mirrors being used to tell the future back in Han Dynasty China. Word.
Move forward to late antiquity, and people are using them for practical stuff like finding stolen goods. By the time we hit freaking medieval Europe, mirrors were officially god mode tools for necromancy, mama.
Yes, ma'am. Note to self, do a deep dive on John Dee and Edward Kelly. There's a spell I want to check out. Well, I'm saying though, so today, all these ancient ideas are still kicking around in everything from horror movies and urban legends to actual modern magical workings and practices, Symone.
And the engine behind almost all of this is a practice called scrying. Sort of like how we, today, stare into our cell phone screens.
And what exactly is scrying, my love?
Put simply, y'all, it's the art of staring into a shiny surface. It don't even have to be a mirror, girl.
It could be a bowl of water, a polished rock, anything really. Then you stare and stare and stare some more until you start to see visions, kid.
Sounds like they trying to sell me shit on a stick with that one, Bianca. I'm saying though, if I hadn't already done it myself, girl.
They really need a new selling point, seriously.
But I'm saying though, scrying is the foundational technique. The operating system for turning a mirror into a magical tool, yo.
Word up, Symone. It's how you open up that line of communication between yourselves and whatever's on the other side of that damn mirror, you heard?
So, okay then. Let's start with the most common idea of what that communication looks like, and what it inevitably leads to, my witches.
This is the first of 3 huge archetypes, y'all. Let's not get it twisted out there, kid. We're going to look at the mirror as a gateway, a doorway between our world and somewhere else, someplace else.
Maybe in time, maybe in space, who knows? But what's really fascinating is that different cultures had completely different ideas about how that doorway actually worked, fam.
Word. And as we dig deeper into the topic, you'll see a really cool strategic difference here, y'all.
In Chinese traditions, the mirror was like a one-way street, fam. You heard? Now, let me start with the fact that with scrying, young virgin boys were required.
Wow, really? Say word bomb, fam.
Word bomb, fam.
Damn.
The how of it all is that the scryer functions as a blank slate. In the operational framework of medieval necromancy, the ritual was often split into 2 distinct roles: the operator, aka the mage, and the receiver, aka the scryer. The young virgin boy functions as the receiver. You heard?
But now, along with that comes the concept of the tabula rasa, meaning blank slate, y'all. The sources tell us that children, specifically virgin boys, are selected because they're viewed as pure, or that very blank slate itself.
Right, Bianca. The virgin boy's job was to report the visual data, describing the spirits, angels, or demons.
You know, I find it a bit odd with the whole virgin boy thing. I grew up seeing in movies and on TV the proverbial virgin as this young female clothed in white linen chained to a rock and shit.
Yep. And now you know it's been young male boys all along, y'all.
It really makes you stop and look at today's society, and an even closer look at those discussions about what celebrities and elites are really doing behind closed doors. You smell me?
But you didn't hear that here. You heard?
Don't come for us, y'all. We're just spitting the facts as they are, kid.
Nothing but the facts, my witches. 'Cause if you're gonna get entangled in magic with a K, you gotta be, I repeat, gotta be on top of your game, son. Word up.
All right, y'all. It's pop quiz time.
Word! Let's see if any of this magic stuff is sinking in. Or is it all just over your heads and shit? You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
What is the primary divinatory practice associated with magical mirrors and other reflective surfaces?
That's right, y'all. The answer is most definitely scrying, fam.
According to the sources, what type of person was often used as a scryer due to their perceived purity?
That's right, fam. The correct answer is children, particularly virgin boys.
Great job, y'all! All right, my witches, let's keep learning.
Yeah, stick with us, fam. You'll be witches and warlocks soon enough.
All right, my witches. Word up. Let's jump over to the east side, baby. Because over there on that side of things, the mirror wasn't just some passive danger. It was seen as an active player in the whole spiritual game, yo. Now, in the West, the mirror is a two-way street, buddy, creating an opening for direct communication with spirits, y'all.
But in the East, in Chinese traditions, the mirror was like a one-way street, fam. Spirits go in, but they don't come out, yo. It was a prison used for protection.
And then in Japan, it was something else entirely. More like a magical window, letting you see visions of things happening far, far away.
But get this, y'all. To really get what's going on here, you have to know about this amazing concept from Japanese folklore called tsukumogami. Even though I come from a Korean background, stories like these still circulated amongst my family. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with this shit, kid.
Word!
The basic idea is that any everyday object, after it's been around for like 100 years and shit, can actually gain a soul and become a living spirit called a yokai.
And believe me, y'all, this idea is absolutely key to understanding a very specific kind of magical mirror.
That's right, Bianca. In Japan, you have the ungaikyo, where you see a huge split in how people viewed mirrors and their inhabitants.
Word! In China, you have the demon mirror. It's used as a tool, right?
Yes, indeed. Don't let them fool you, kid. An inanimate object, usually made of bronze, but yet specifically designed to be a prison for trapping nasty, malevolent spirits, fam.
Right. But I'm saying though, in Japan, the ungaikyo was a totally different beast, right?
Yes, my love. It was considered a living thing, you feel me? As a yokai, it wasn't a tool you could just use, you know what I'm saying?
Word. It was a conscious, sentient oracle. Just like what AI is quickly becoming today, you smell me?
Uh-huh. And it might show you profound hidden truths, or it just might totally lie its freaking ass off to you. Like on some just for its own amusement type shit, kid.
So the whole freaking question shifts from like, how do I use this object to, is this motherfucker gonna help me or twist my whole world the hell up?
Okay, so now let's swing back to the West, because here, the mirror, took another freaking turn entirely, yo.
That's right, Sim. It went from being just a dangerous open doorway to becoming a real instrument of power, like something a magician could actually wield. I mean, shoot, this shit ain't no Mickey Mouse in a magician suit shit neither, yo.
Historically, in the West, the mirror was seen as this designated entryway to other dimensions. Ha! I should put them on to the elevator game. We know all about that in South Korea.
I mean, you look at formal necromancy and you find things like the Mirror of Florin, which was an actual artifact designed to bind a spirit and compel it to talk and shit.
Word! Interrogate that summum a bitch like, where's the gold at, chief?
And stories just like this echo through today's urban legends, kid. Think about Bloody Mary, y'all. Think about Candyman.
Oh, snap. That's right, fam.
Yeah, that's that folk magic ritual shit. A form of what's called captor-momancy.
Or to what Bianca and I just put y'all onto not too long ago in this same lesson, fam.
Scrying. I know, girl. I just wanted to use my big girl words. Well, the core idea is the same, y'all.
The mirror is like a portal. Well, actually, it is a portal, fam. A weak spot in the fabric of reality, of space and time, y'all. You gotta be ultra fucking OCD careful with this shit, kid.
Word.
Think about it. Chanting a name into a mirror to summon a spirit. That is a direct living echo of those elaborate medieval rituals, fam.
Symone.
Hill Bianca. Don't call my name, bitch. Okay. But I'm saying, though, folks wasn't looking at mirrors as just passive doorways.
No doubt, Sim. So now, the second big archetype is the mirror, my witches. Y'all remember Nisi, right?
That bitch never listens, yo.
Why, my phone ring last weekend, right? I think Nisi's hollering back about the spa getaway weekend we were supposed to be setting up, right?
Yeah, I remember, B. The price ain't bad for that shit either.
Right. So I'm saying, I pick up the phone and Nisi telling me how we should cancel on the spa and save money, right? And just cop a suite at the Marriott and do a Bloody Mary / seance slumber party with the girls and the Ouija boards and whatnot.
Nisi be wildin' B. She loves playing that risky shit, kid.
Shit. I hope she listening now. Don't do it, Nisi.
We love you, girl, but you need to stop, baby.
All right, y'all. It's pop quiz time.
Word! Let's see if any of this magic stuff is sinking in. Or is it all just over your heads and shit? You know what I'm saying? Here we go. What famous medieval necromantic artifact was designed specifically to bind a spirit for divination?
Yes. The answer is the Mirror of Florin, y'all. Great job.
The Mirror of Florin was made from what material?
Once again, you are correct. Pure, polished steel is the correct answer, my witches. Last one, y'all. Let's see if you can get all three, fam. We know you got this. What was inscribed around the unpolished rim of the Mirror of Florin?
If you answered the names and sigils of 10 demons, then give yourself a pat on the back, buddy. You just got 3 correct answers in a row, fam.
Nice.
All right, my witches.
Let's see what's good here, my peoples. Okay, we are now entering our third segment, y'all.
The Eye of Truth.
So now, in Japanese folklore, the spirit mirror called the Ungai Kyo that we talked about earlier is said to reveal the innate truth of your souls.
Yeah, all the inner workings and stuff you can't change about yourself, fam. It shows you exactly what is, baby. Word.
But again, fam, I'm saying the West is on some total other shit than the Ungai Kyo. You smell me?
Okay, let me see my notes here. Third segment, y'all. Cool, got it. Now, in modern magical practices, that whole dangerous, unpredictable nature of the mirror gets flipped on its head, son. When it comes to Western magical traditions, the mirror is used to construct a new truth, you heard?
You are correct, my love. You stare into it and repeat affirmations like, I am wealthy. Well, you want to keep that shit simple, right? But, like, it doesn't have to be cheesy, you know what I'm saying?
Basically, you're trying to bend reality to your will, right?
Exactly, Sim. It's harnessed through one single powerful idea. Mirrors reflect truth, fam. It's the difference between finding the truth and making the truth.
Your own truth, kid. As the perfect co-creator.
And this isn't just a passive thing like, oh, so that's what I really look like? Nuh-uh, fam. Nope. This is the belief that you can actively use this quality to shape and influence the world around you.
No doubt, kid. This truth-telling power could also be weaponized in some really cool ways, my G. Mirrors at times are used as spiritual lie detectors that can force a demon to show its true, monstrous form. Mirrors can reflect truth, you heard?
And that right there, son, is where the whole vampire legend concerning mirrors comes from, y'all.
Exactly. No soul means no spiritual truth to reflect, my dude, which equates to no reflection. It's simple magic and mathematics, kid.
Word, just like with the I am wealthy example. Let's say you stand in front of a mirror and you state the affirmation, you feel me? The mirror doesn't just show you your image saying that shit, but it reflects that statement back as a present tense truth, my love. This quality is also used for defense, babe.
It's like you're showing the universe a picture of a reality that already exists. And by doing that, you're compelling the universe to make it so, baby. The mirror is like an amplifier for your will, basically.
Precisely, Symone. It was believed you could literally reflect a curse right back at the son of a bitch who sent it.
Sort of like a kind of magical return to sender, huh? You know, it's wild how all this mirror shit ties right back in with sigils, which then ties right back into sex magic. It's all connected, kid.
And so, my friend, that brings us to our third and final archetype.
And our fourth segment, kid. Soul traps! Honestly, this one is rooted in a deep, primal kind of fear. The idea that a mirror isn't just reflecting you, it's holding a piece of you.
This is the fear of the soul trap, y'all.
And this is the core idea, my witches. Your reflection isn't just light bouncing off glass. It's a tangible, physical extension of your soul, of your life force, kid.
And if it could be seen, my witches,
Then it could be grabbed, yo.
the biggest risk here isn't just getting spooked, fam. It's that some other entity could literally snatch your freaking reflection and steal a piece of your entire essence, kid.
Word. And China's demon mirror, which is an intentional trap, is a weapon ritually built to capture a specific evil spirit.
But in the West, the fear was more about an accidental trap, fam.
Oh, word?
The superstition is that any mirror left uncovered after someone dies can accidentally snag the soul of the person who just passed, trapping them here in our realm, yo.
Word. Covering mirrors in a house of mourning is such an old tradition, fam. I'm not even sure if folks actually still do that shit, B.
But I'm saying though, this ancient belief that your reflection is literally a part of your soul is the direct origin of the superstition. And the whole 7 years of bad luck stuff, well, that comes straight from the ancient Romans, y'all.
They believed that a person's soul renewed itself on a 7-year cycle. So if you broke a mirror and shit, like you weren't just breaking glass, you were shattering a piece of your soul, which would then need a full 7 years to heal itself, buddy.
Well, damn. You can see how different cultures were all wrestling with the exact same big ideas, fam.
No doubt, B. We've got portals, we've got truth tellers, and we've got traps. The mirror is always a portal. A one-way trap like in China, a window into hidden truths like in Japan, and a two-way telephone to the spirit world in the West.
Wow, son. You've got all these fascinatingly different rule books for the same powerful magical object, yo. But seriously, how do all these ancient beliefs and traditions actually translate into modern practice?
Well, that, my friend, brings us to this practical guide. A brief list of do's and don'ts that should prove helpful to all aspiring listeners, kid. A quick mirror magic addition to our fourth segment before we bounce up out of here, y'all. Word!
So let's break down these do's and don'ts right quick, shall we?
Yes, we shall, my dear. And remember, this shit is built on literally thousands of years of metaphysical thought, yo.
First up are the do's, buddy. Do cleanse any used or antique mirrors. Use the sun, moon, or smoke to get rid of any previous negative energies and shit, kid.
Word. You never know what kind of ill shit a ninja was doing with that mirror before you got it, not mean?
No doubt, my witches. Y'all gotta be safe out there, fam. Word.
Next, do use a mirror to amplify your own intentions, y'all. Place your written goals, candles, or sigils in front of it during and after workings to give them an extra boost.
And of course, do use it for affirmations to help manifest your own realities, babes.
And now for the don'ts, y'all. Don't just bring any old mirror into your crib, like, without knowing its history and shit, yo. Remember, y'all gotta make sure you give it a good cleansing first.
Shit. I was at this housewarming party with my cousin, right? And it was getting late, but the party was still going, right?
Yeah, right.
So this couple was like, oh yeah, when we moved in, we found those 4 antique mirrors hanging along the staircase up in the attic. So we decided to dust them off and decorate the house with them. Girl, I sprung into action like a jack-in-the-box nightmare kid.
A nightmare in a box.
Girl, you are too much. But seriously though, I had to get the fuck out of there, yo.
No doubt, fam. I ain't trying to bring no uninvited guests back to the crib with me, kid. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, kid. Next, don't leave mirrors uncovered after a death in the house. That, my witches, is self-explanatory.
That's that old belief about not wanting to trap a wandering spirit, remember? And finally, don't break any freaking mirrors, y'all.
Unless, of course, you're doing it on purpose to break a curse or some shit.
You see, my witches, it all comes back to intention and good spiritual hygiene, fam. We done been putting y'all onto that shit from way back in our very first episode, y'all. Word.
It's really that important, my loves.
When it comes down to it, my witches, these stories aren't really about mirrors, y'all. They're about us, yo. All of us.
They're all just these really sophisticated ways that we as humans have come up with to explore our biggest, scariest beliefs about what's real.
What is a soul? Who am I? Really, fam?
The mirror just basically became the perfect screen for us to project all those anxieties onto, you dig?
Which really only leaves us with one final thought, Bianca.
And what's that, my love?
The next time you look in the mirror, don't just glance away, y'all.
Yeah, pause for a second and really look, yo. Because after thousands of years of human history, folklore, and magic, you just have to wonder what exactly we'll be looking back.
All right, my witches.
That concludes today's episode of Magick vs. Magic Notebook Podcast, Mirror Mirror. Shoutouts to the whole Unapproachable Socials Network squad.
And a major shout out to Panther Black Productions, y'all.
See you on the next podcast, my witches. Peace.
The unapproachable social network. Unapproachable, unapproachable. Unapproachable, unapproachable. Unapproachable social network.
I don't know about that, but I do know it's time to twist an L, honey.